A quiet African savanna at sunrise and the landscape. Golden light touching the grass. The sound of soft winds whispers through the trees. In the heart of Africa, where the sun kisses the earth and the winds speak in whispers, there are stories older than time itself. Stories that have traveled from generation to generation. Stories that teach, challenge, and reveal the strength of wisdom over might. A mighty lion prowling across the savanna, the sound of its powerful roars echoing in the distance. This is the story of the lion, the king of the savanna. His roar can shake the heavens, his strength unmatched, his courage unquestioned. To all the creatures of the land, the lion was the ruler, a small, timid hare hopping into view, its eyes filled with intelligence and quiet determination. But amidst all the power and glory of the lion, there was one who dared to challenge him, a small, unassuming hare who, unlike the lion, wielded something far more powerful, the sharpness of his mind. The hare pauses, then his looks a quiet challenge in his eyes. One fateful day, the lion, full of pride and hunger, declared to the animals of the savanna, "I will hunt down and devour the creatures of this land until none dare to challenge my reign." The hare's face, he listens carefully, then swiftly scurries into the shadows. The other animals trembled in fear, for no one had the courage to stand against the lion. But the clever hare knew something that others did not. Sometimes, the greatest strength is found, not in muscles, but in the mind. The hare preparing his plan. A quick montage of the hare moving stealthily, meeting with other animals, gathering tools, and scheming. The hare approached the lion with a bold plan. "Great lion," he said, "I have heard whispers of a challenger who dares to defy your power. He is said to be fierce and unstoppable, even more so than you." The lion, curious but skeptical, glares down at the hare. Intrigued, the lion asked, "Where is this challenger? Why have I not heard of him?" The hare, ever clever, smiled slyly. "You must seek him in the deepest cave of the savanna. He waits there for your challenge. But beware, he has the power to defeat you." The lion stomping off toward the cave, his steps heavy with pride and arrogance. The hare watches, a small, knowing grin on his face. And so, the lion, with all his strength and might, entered the cave, only to discover there was no challenger. Instead, he found himself in staring at the mirror, reflecting the lion's image. The lion roars, confused and enraged, but no one else is there. His face, realization dawning, where the clever hare had tricked him. There was no challenger, no greater enemy. The lion's true challenge was his own arrogancy's belief that strength alone could make him invincible. The lion, humbled and defeated, as the hare watches from the shadows, a quiet victory in his eyes. In the end, it was not the lion's strength that proved his downfall. It was his pride, refusal to recognize the power of wisdom. The hare, small and unassuming, reminded us all that true power lies not in dominance, but in understanding the world and the mind. Wisdom over might. The greatest strength is often unseen. Remember, in the dance of life, it's not always the loudest roar that gets heard. Sometimes, it's the quietest voice that carries the greatest weight.